Welcome to another video lesson from sketchnest.com. My name is Brandon. Let's jump right in. Today we're going to be talking about how to make an offer to buy a house. This is how to make a purchase agreement or a purchase offer when shopping for a home. Some of the key factors that you need to keep in mind at all times. First factor is that the asking price is called an asking price for a reason. That's what the seller is asking for. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what the house is worth. Asking price versus the true value of the home. What is the home worth? Is it worth what the seller is asking for? In many cases it's not. It's common for a home seller to ask for more than the house is worth. Sometimes they do their pricing based on how much they need to get out of the deal to pay off their existing mortgage. Sometimes they do their pricing based on what they paid for the home several years ago. But as you know, home values between 2008 and 2010, which is when I'm making this video, have plummeted in most places across the country. So what they paid a few years ago may not be what the house is worth now. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. Next concept is something called comps. Comps are comparable sales. This is something I've discussed in detail in a previous video. So when you're looking at a home, the best thing you can do to determine the asking price, or determine how accurate the asking price is, how reasonable it is by looking at comparable sales in the area. These are similar homes that have recently sold in the same area where you're buying. You've noticed some key factors of a comp there. I said that they're similar homes. It doesn't make sense looking at recent sales if they're totally different in size or layout or style than the home you're trying to buy. They should be similar to the home you're trying to buy as much as possible. You can factor for variations in size of the lot and square footage and such, but the more similar the homes are, the more comparable they are. Comparable means comps. The better they are to use as comps because they give you an accurate reflection of what the current market is doing and what that house is worth. You're looking at recent sales, and this will help you justify your offer. So what do you do when you make an offer? You look at the comps, you look at what is unique about this property. Okay, you've got some values over here, but is this house worth more than the other ones because it's got a better view or a swimming pool or other things? You factor all that in and you make your offer to the seller. They're going to do one of three things. They're going to accept your offer. Yay, they're going to reject your offer outright, or probably if they reject it, they're going to make a counter offer to you. What do you do in that situation? You need to know how high you're willing to go with your offer. And you don't ever want to offer more, in most cases, you don't want to offer more than the true value of the home, because then you're just paying more for the home than it's worth. If the seller does not agree to be reasonable, if they're just going to be unreasonable and they're going to keep their asking price much higher than the current value of the home, and this is common, some home sellers are delusional, believe me, I've seen it. It's okay to walk away. Now remember, there are other homes out there for you, and you shouldn't be married to this one home. You don't want to fall in love with a home to the point that you're going to overpay for it, because then you're just in a negative equity situation from the beginning. You're paying more for a home than it's worth. So, key concepts. The asking price is called an asking price for a reason. It's what the seller is asking, but it's not necessarily what the house is worth. If property values have dropped and they're using the price they paid as a pricing model, or what they need to get out of the home in order to pay off their mortgage, it's probably overpriced. So keep that in mind. How you determine the real value of the home, the current value of the home, you do this by looking at comparable sales in the area. Try to find similar homes that have sold recently within the last few months in the area where you're planning to buy, and that will help you evaluate the asking price. And don't be afraid to walk away if the price is too high. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you would like to watch more videos like this one, you can visit us online at sketchnest.com. Thanks for watching.